Welcome to Energy is Currency, the Millennial Development Podcast devoted to helping you mind your business personally and professionally. My name is Alexis Williams, and I am your marketing consultant, idea generator, and mini modern philosopher, the entrepreneur that checks all the boxes, whatever that may mean. Subscribe to Spotify, Apple, Amazon, and iHeartRadio to listen to every gem in every episode. Season 1 is available on all streaming platforms. Welcome to Energy is Currency, where you learn how to mind your business personally and professionally. I think that is so funny, and it will always be funny to me. I am your host, the hostess with the mostest, Alexis Williams, MBA, at MBA Lexi Show on Instagram, and I'm here to guide you through how to just do it the right way. So, y'all know Energy is Currency has been around for a minute. We are in our third season, and in this season, I want us to really get focused, get balanced on work life presence. Okay, so I'm gonna break down what that means, but throughout this entire season, I'm gonna keep repeating that phrase because it's become my new mantra. It's become my whole lifestyle. I'm consumed with it. Okay, I'm obsessed. Okay, so let's break down what work life presence is. Okay, first and foremost, work life presence is the upgrade to work life balance. I feel like, especially in the United States, we are far too overwhelmed, overscheduled, overmanaged, overcompensating, that balance doesn't make sense anymore. That's just how I feel. I go from extreme to extreme. I may be off for 10 days and then work for 100. I may work for 3 days one day and work for 30 the next. So I don't expect my life to be balanced or even, right? And I know that in different experiences, I'm going to contribute different things. So instead of being balanced, I focused on being present, just in the moment, right there in the thick of things. Like right now, I'm in my office on my speakers, and I'm having a conversation. That's all I'm doing. I cannot focus on anything else right now. And I want to give my all to this moment. It's not that I can't focus on other things, it's that I'm choosing to give right now everything. That's work life presence. So let me get a scoop. Let me tell you how we got to this point. Because, like I said, I don't have a balanced life and I'm not trying to live one. So at one point in any given week, I could be a yoga instructor, a marketing professor, a hairstylist, a counselor, agent of chaos, a cat mom, younger sister, older sister, a hot sister, however you want to call it, right? Daughter, all of that good stuff. And when I was in the thick of my hustle era, I never had time to just rest. And because I didn't have time to rest, I was always preparing for the next thing. Always got to be there. Always got to focus on this, never saying no, always taking every opportunity. It didn't give me a chance to enjoy what I was doing. And so I found myself sabotaging some of the experiences that I begged for. That's my honest truth. It happened. Am I going to name these things? No, because as far as I'm concerned, it was just a dream. It's a dream. It was a lesson. I don't know these people. But within the growth experience, it was like, nah, I want to show up differently. I want to show up more relaxed. I want to show up more of myself. And childhood society will convince you gotta fit into the cookie cutter and be the right type of employee or the right type of spouse or whatever. We're always trying to meet this standard that is not written down anywhere, and if it is written down, that thing is out of date. Okay, life has happened since then. So I'm not that girl. We not gonna act like I am, and everybody that knows me knows me. I am only gonna do what I want to do. So how do I do more of what I want to do every day the way that I want to do it? And that's when I had to sit down and figure out, what does being present in your life really look like? What does that look like? What do you need to prioritize? What things really matter? What experiences can you not have twice? You can wash dishes every day, but you're not going to have child graduations every day. You see what I'm saying? So it's a little bit of surrender mixed with a little bit of empowerment with a big dash of self discipline in it. That's all it is. So when I decided to really tap into my work life presence life, I started off by making this exhaustive list. When I tell you this list got like 14, 15 bullet points of just laws, right? Of just laws, things that I'm going to hold myself accountable to do, right? This ain't got nothing to do with society. This is my ethical code, my ethical standard, and it applies to me. Let me read it for you. I'm going to give you a handful of them, right? Because, like I said, this only applies to me at this current moment. And I'm going to help you figure out how to make it apply to you. But this is some stuff that you need to listen to. Honor your circadian rhythm. Bloop. Build an environment that works for you. Okay. Luxury is in the plan, budget, and time. That part. Use your words wisely and honor your actions through communication. Okay. Um, this one gonna snatch a few wigs back. Become your own mother and father exactly how you want them to be. That's talking about the reparenting process. Ugh. We can't blame everything on our parents from 20, 30 years ago, baby. That's you. You're self-sabotaging, not them. Okay. Boundaries are a blessing. A no can create trust and freedom. So that's just a few of them, right? So I got a long list of them, and I'm grateful because this really keeps me grounded and present in what I need to be doing to show up to the world. So I didn't make this to go around telling other people, you ain't doing it right. You ain't on your shit. You fucking up. That is not what this is about. This is an opportunity to help the people who feel like they need like a structure, give them some structure, some foundation, some skeleton to build a life that they want to participate in. But however you choose to implement this, that's between you and your God, okay? Not between me and mine, okay? So the first thing that I have on my list, right? On my work life presence list is fill up your own cup, right? This is both a mandatory and an intentional thing, right? So fill up your own cup. Do the things that replenish you. I know so many people that know me, knowing them in this moment, and they don't make time for themselves. How many of us are like outsourcing our groceries, outsourcing, and hear me out, it's nothing wrong with that, but outsourcing every part of your personal life because you don't have any time to do it. And I'm not knocking that because there's a real flex. There's a real piece of luxury in having these things outsourced. But can you honestly say that you are deeply connected with yourself if everything is outsourced? That's an uncomfortable conversation. So, in order for me to fill up my cup, I had to really figure out what things make me happy, what things bring me joy, what things do I want to do aside from it being profitable. Okay? Cuz what I've noticed in our generation is if we enjoy it, now we got to monetize it and become billionaires off of it. Put the crochet needle down, close the laptop, just go have fun, right? So I developed a lifestyle where I fill up my cup regularly and I'm very rigid about it, right? I'm very rigid about my spa days, I'm very rigid about my at-home days, but I'm equally as rigid about doing my meal prep too, going to the grocery store, making sure that my meal prep is taken care of so that the concept of food isn't a new thing every single day. I cannot ask the same question, what am I going to eat every single day? I just can't. I can't. I have way too much on my plate that I want to be present for than figuring out what am I going to eat. No. So I developed a system. Cool. A mandatory system. And it's probably rigid to y'all, and I don't care. This ain't y'all body. But for me and mine, okay, it helps us. It helps me. So while I'm doing what I'm doing, the concept of food is already available. Oh, it's time to eat. Cool. Let me go to my air fryer. Let me go to my microwave. It's already ready. The ability to fill and fuel my body is already ready for me to experience it. I took the concept of food and diet and I broke it down into steps. So I separated getting the resources to eat, like going grocery shopping. You could be a planter, you could be a forager, however you get your groceries is on you, big dog, right? I separated that from preparing food, right? I don't want that to be in the same day. So if I grocery shop, that's going to be on like Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm not meal prepping until the following Monday, right? And that way, the food is there. I can marinate it, season it, clean it, do all of the things I'm supposed to do before I cook it. And then the cooking process is separated from the eating process. So I'm not cooking to eat that day. I'm cooking to eat 2 days from now, cooking to eat 3 days from now, right? As long as my food healthily lasts, right? I'm cooking for my future self. I'm making sure future Lexi on her busiest days has exactly what she needs to eat so that she can stay healthy. And I know it sounds like I'm bragging. I totally am because I have had such a turnover in my life from taking control and accountability for what I eat. Now, don't get me wrong. There is not a 10-piece lemon pepper that has crossed me and survived. I don't play that. I eat my chickens. But every day can't be the same 10-piece lemon pepper. We need vegetables. We need grains. We need whole foods, right? We need good whole grains, whole food, whole meals, right? So, okay, now that I have so much of it systemized, when I want to have fun, I can because the discipline is took care of. I got myself on an 85-15 rule. So 85% of my week, I'm eating super clean, packaging my meals, cooking my breakfast at home, making my dinner at home. I even make my own little mocktails. It's basically an adult Capri Sun, and I'm so pleased with myself. Oh my gosh. And every time I eat it, oh my gosh, I feel myself loving myself more, right? My past self loves my current self. We know what I like to eat, how we like to eat it. Oh, they put the chili peppers in there. Like, I got me covered. I love that feeling. Man, I love that feeling. Because let me tell y'all, we be mad as hell when we spent $900 on Uber Eats for two chicken wings that came 3 hours later and then it's the wrong flavor and they cold. You can't undo none of that. That money gone. The food gone. The desire is gone. The happiness is also gone. So I encourage you, if nothing else, figure out what that means to fill up your own cup. Whether that's food, whether that's clothing prep. Some people need time to prep out their clothes. People need to plan out their hairstyles, okay? Every day can't wake up, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Yeah, you not already wasted a bunch of time. Have it set up, have structure. That's why you have to have a good hairstylist. Wink, wink, heavy wink, right? So the concept of filling up your own cup is about you being accountable to the things that you need and that make you happy. Okay. Whether it is coloring books, I'm an avid colorer booker. So if you come to my house, you have to color in my coloring book with me. You only get one page. This isn't your book. Um, these books are for me. So when I do that, that's just joy. That's just sitting still. All our little inner children are out coloring and picking our little color schemes, and you learn more about people when you see them relaxing. So learn how to fill up your cup. If you don't learn nothing else from the work life presence workshops or from my podcast, um, you got to learn how to take care of you and take full responsibility and accountability and actionability over your happiness. Nobody else is going to do that. And the more you outsource it, the more it's external, the more you're going to have to keep chasing the means to get the attention from the external environment. That was a little deep. I'll let that settle in when you're ready. Okay. So I'm going to tell you about my second one and then I'm going to move on. Okay. Who has heard of Maslow's hierarchy of needs? I know I've talked about it in season 2 of Energy is Currency, but for a quick little refresher, Maslow's hierarchy of needs is this pyramid that talks about all of the basic needs that people need to experience in order to have a fulfilled life, right? And it's based on some other stuff. Don't get it twisted. We're not going to go down through the history of how it was created, but I know, and you know, and I know that Maslow wasn't the first person that said this, and that's cool. And I'm not the second. Okay, so on the lowest rung of the pyramid, think pyramids like food pyramids but for psychology. The first one is your psychological needs. That's your basic needs. Okay, that's say roof, food, water, sleep, access to resources. Super basic, right? The next one is safety. Do you have resources for your future? Do you got your money together? Do you have a home that's protected? Do you have safe transportations? Think that, right? The third rung is your community and connections. Do you have people in your life that you love, that love you? Do you have a support system? Do you have people you can call on, people that make you laugh, people that you can vent to, people that give you good advice, people that tell you, hey, nah, that wasn't it. You need people in your life. You cannot do it all alone, right? That's where love and all of that good stuff comes in. And then next is your self esteem. How you feel about yourself. You checked how all these other people feel about you, but how you feel about you? When you're alone in front of the mirror, like Queen Latifah when she did that Bessie Smith movie that I did not enjoy, that was a moment of vulnerability where you get to reflect on yourself. And don't get me wrong, I love Queen Latifah. I did not love Queen Latifah as Bessie Smith, and I'm going to end it there. Then, lastly, at the very top of the triangle of the pyramid is your self actualization. What's your purpose? Why are you here? What are you doing? What is your life about? So, that one is really important for helping people. Once all of those other needs are met, what's the purpose of this? I often think about how billionaires talk about being rich and being like having money can be boring because like all of your needs are met. What are you doing with yourself beyond just that? So I really encourage you, sit down and look at, you can Google it, it's everywhere. But look at that hierarchy of needs and see where are you landing? What do you need more of? What do you need less of? Okay. So those are the first two things from the work life presence workshop, from my list, from my concepts, all of that. So I'll be releasing more work life presence opportunities to connect in the future. We're going to do virtual classes, things like that. You'll get to meet my business partner, Janera Ingram Hawthorne. She is the bomb.com. Okay. And I'll tell you more about what we did together in the next episode. So stay tuned. Okay. So 2025. I'm going to close this up with 2025. 2025 is so aggressive. It has been the most aggressive 5 months of any year that I've experienced. And so, while you filling up your cup and meeting all of your needs, I need you to give yourself a lot of grace. Okay. And plan out what you can. If you can control it, honor it. If you can't, let it go. Speaking of which, I got planners, don't you? So I have my 2025 planners. They are available on the Amazon, okay, on the Amazon.com, and it's for entrepreneurs. So it helps you track your expenses. It helps you track your income. It helps you come up with marketing ideas. It comes up with management opportunities. You can look at your calendar view. You can look at a weekly view. It has objectives and affirmations. I made this for me because this is exactly what I needed to keep me focused. Like I said, I have a lot on my plate, but I'm present for all of it. And a lot of that comes from having a good system and a good planner. So if you want to know more about my planner, you got to visit my website. It's blushbizonline.com. And you can find all of my printed materials because Baby Girl is an author now. So we have lots of books that can help you get your mind together, get your money together. Like I said, help you mind your business personally and professionally. Okay. So I'm gonna wrap this episode up. I know you got stuff to do. But I just wanted to send some love out to you. Send you some good energy into your ears and into your spirit, okay? If you want to check out the rest of the episodes from seasons 1 and 2, you can check it out on Spotify. We got on Amazon. We're on iHeartRadio. We're available wherever you listen to your podcast at. And we'll even have some episodes on YouTube coming up. We got some new opportunities pulling up on us. But I need you to understand, mind your business personally and professionally. That's with intention, that's with courage, and that's with passion. So I'll catch you next episode.